can be sued for that, or your wife is going to divorce you for that. But if you want to get divorced, the person joining us right now can take care of things for you. He is Jarrod Oxendine. He is the owner and CEO and the managing partner of Oxendine Law, oxlawfirm.com, as he joins us here on the Fan 680 and 93.7 FM. Jarrod, what's going on?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Doing great. Just doing my thing over here. How y'all doing?
Doing well.
Yeah,
I would like to know,
speaking.
Have you ever had a couple come in and say because of spring cleaning and the fight that ensued about what stays and what goes, they ended up in your office?
That's funny you say that. I actually used to run a spring cleaning ad, I think, might have even been on your station. I'm not sure. But, I think people have veiled reasons for their spring cleaning, I don't know that people are always honest about the real reason they're getting divorced. I think there's probably some things that are going on inside the household that make them look bad if they admit that this is the real reason that they don't like their spouse anymore. But, people make up reasons to justify their means sometimes, don't they?
What is the best excuse you've ever heard that you didn't buy, but it was a great excuse as far as why people were getting divorced?
Well, I had a guy that came in, and it was right after Christmas, and this is a real story. I'm not making this up. He literally gave his wife a treadmill for Christmas. And she filed for divorce like the week after. Now, I don't think it was really the treadmill that did it. That might have just been like the last straw that broke the camel's back. I'm sure there were lots of other things that led to it, but that was the straw that broke the camel's back, was him giving her a treadmill.
Here you go, honey. I love you. Here is a Weight Watchers plan. What do you mean you want to get divorced? Well,
no, can I ask who gets the treadmill in that case?
Yeah.
Is that a gift now? Is that hers?
Honestly, I think he ended up keeping that treadmill.
Okay,
I don't think she wanted to have anything to do with it.
Yeah,
and she probably looks great right now. She has moved on, and I'm sure she is looking awesome.
Motivation is one of those wonders, isn't it? Tiger Woods wanted to talk about that. His ex-girlfriend alleging he tricked her into thinking that they were going on vacation before finding out that she was really kicked out of the house. She wants $30 million. What do you make of this whole deal?
Yeah, so that's actually a good point. People don't realize, but if you take in a roommate, even if it's a girlfriend or a boyfriend, even if they're not on the lease, they're not on the mortgage, if that is their only residence, you actually have to formally evict them. You can't just trick them into saying, hey, we're going on vacation, and then as soon as they leave, change the locks and lock them out, because that is their legal residence, and there is a formal eviction process that has to take place. Now, I may not blame Tiger Woods for doing it, considering everything else that's going on behind the scenes, but technically and legally speaking, you have to formally evict anybody that resides with you if that is their residence.
All right, I'm going to ask you about an NDA in a second, but the thing that I also think I found interesting, if I read it right, I don't think the house is under Tiger Woods' name. It seems to be under a group, which is why she's going after the group, not specifically him when it comes to the house part of this, correct?
Yeah, I think that's correct, but, the result's still the same. I mean, the group would have to formally evict her.
Right.
So that's still her residence. So whether it's Tiger Woods' property or the group's property, whoever owns it has to go through formal eviction proceedings. And she may have some damages that she can claim there.
Okay, so here's the last part, the NDA. Is it true that you can't actually be held to an NDA if a crime actually was committed, i.e. they kicked me out unlawfully? I think the $30 million is, I don't think I have to keep my mouth shut. Therefore, you better settle with me. Is that what it sort of sounds like to you?
Yeah, but I think what's going on, I don't think it's necessarily her getting kicked out of the house. She's alleging some sexual crimes, and so there is a law that says if it's necessary to speak out concerning an actual crime that took place, not an eviction, but like a sexual crime would be an example, but for the nondisclosure agreement, you would be able to speak out. Then the law says you are no longer bound by that non-disclosure agreement. You can be released from it in order to report your crime. Now, who knows if this happened or not? It could be legitimate. It may not be. This may be somebody that's disgruntled and trying to go after some money, and she's making it all up. But we'll see.
If you have a legitimate beef, Jarrod Oxendine is your guy. Tell them, Jarrod, where they need to go.
Yeah, check us out. We're all over social media. You can go to our website, oxlawfirm.com, phone number 770-497-8688, and as always, the initial consultation is free.
It's free. It's for me. Well, not me necessarily, but it could be for you.
Yeah,
Jarrod,
could be for you.
Jarrod, thanks for the time. Maybe eventually.
2023, me. Y'all take care.
See you later. Jarrod Oxendine, oxlawfirm.com.